take a stroll with this second-year guard who is all in for Miami.
You could be going anywhere. You don't know what language you're going to hear. So that's really cool to be able to see all the diversity.
Izquierda y derecha.
His colorful charisma is unmistakable.
Michael Jordan. I do take basketball very seriously, but outside of that, it's all love, it's all jokes to me.
He is accessible to fans through various platforms.
Oh, she's doing it!
Even beyond all the cameras, even beyond all the fanfare of it, you know, it's bigger than it. I can have an impact on those kids' life.
It's a real honor to have you wear his name on your jersey.
And for Zero, it's all about evolution.
Richardson with a powerful right-handed flush.
Kick it up top, baby, move it!
I really just want to become a better leader.
Come on, Black! Come on, Black!
Apart from points and everything like that, I think that's one thing that can carry over.
Richardson, a real long three. Got it, oh my!
Inside the Heat, Josh Richardson.
Oh, look at the snap! Come on! There it is.
Welcome to this edition of Inside the Heat. I am Jason Jackson. Josh Richardson was easily the steal of the second round of the 2015 NBA draft. He was under-recruited out of high school, played all 4 years at Tennessee before joining the Miami Heat, where he was able to use his defensive grit and his own work ethic to work his way into a critical role for a Miami Heat team that was this close from the Eastern Conference Finals. As for his second season, we needed to sit down and have a discussion about that. So Mr. Richardson was kind enough to cross Biscayne Boulevard from American Airlines Arena to meet me here at STK at Miami Hotel.
Walking over to STK right now. Just got out of practice. I'm a bit hungry from all that work, so I'm ready to go. Living in Miami is great, especially with the weather. It's like always warm. I like to go hang out in Wynwood. There's a lot of cool spots over there where I can just go sit around, listen to good music. So there's a lot of cool little spots to just walk around and go to around here. The biggest difference between Miami and Oklahoma is probably the fact that it doesn't snow here. The people are a lot different. You could be going anywhere. You don't know what language you're gonna hear. So that's really cool to be able to see all the diversity.
Jax, what up?
Oh, Josh, man, thank you for coming over here. I know it's a little bit of a walk, but
No,
this is your neighborhood anyway, so.
Yeah, no.
You know how it goes. You want to get a little food?
Oh, yeah, I'm
STK here at Miami Hotel is awesome. Hey there, how are you?
Welcome
Thank you.
to SDK.
Thank you.
It's great to be here. Now, I try not to get the same thing all the time, but it's a delicious thing.
I try to get the same
You
thing
try to
every
do,
time.
you already know what you'd like?
Yep.
Go right ahead.
Can I please have a bone-in ribeye steak?
Flavor.
And even though it's not on the menu, can I have the potatoes au gratin, you know?
I love you jumping off the menu running to town like that. I'm going to have a very simple turkey burger with some fries.
Yes, it will be fries or salad as an option.
Well, let's say I had the salad, but bring me the fries. How about that? Yeah. For the record,
I like that.
I had salad. Now, you just hit an Edmond, Oklahoma moment right there. Bone in. You know that flavor's real. What are some of the things that you had to adjust to being from a place like that, but living in a place like this, both on and off the court?
Just the speed of it. You know, there's a lot of things you can do here, and there's always something to do here. In Oklahoma, it's like you just kind of hang out with the bros and, you know, sit at the house or whatever, but it's been great. And the weather, you know, it's always warm here, so that's a big plus.
Fantastic.
T-shirts all year, maybe tank tops on upper body lift days.
And when it's didn't want to stop on that line right there.
This is the start of it all right here. That was my room right there, the very back window.
When you go home to Edmond, is that a getaway time? Is it a readjustment time?
I say when I go back, it's more about like family. You know, I see my parents, my sister. A lot of what I do there is around my niece and nephew. It's great to be able to go out to my church and talk to the people and hear the sermon from my old pastor I grew up with. I mean, it's great when I go back.
As Josh adjusts to his second year in sunny South Florida, it is apparent that he continues to blend in with his teammates on the court.
Richardson, a real long three. Got it, oh my!
He has also found his footing around the city of Miami and is submerging himself in its culture. This is such a diverse place. What have you taken from the diversity? Language, culture, food?
I can kind of understand Spanish better. Mi nombre es Josh. Izquierda y derecha. That's just kind of made me more open-minded to trying new foods, and in different parts of town, it's cool to be able to go see like what the culture's like there. Like, you know, the architecture's even different in different parts of town, and that's cool to be able to go out and see things like that.
Talk to me about Heat Nation. First of all, it's massive. It's global. It's not just Miami. It's not just Florida. How has Heat Nation embraced, if not engulfed you?
It's been great. Even from when I first got down here.
You've been so much fun to watch this year. I'm so glad you're here.
For the ups and downs, they were always there with us and, you know, encouraging me. And when I go out, people are like, will talk to me and like just be friendly.
I appreciate it. No doubt.
Thank you, man.
I think that's good for them to feel like they can just approach you, and, you know, it keeps a good relationship between the fans and us.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. As we all know by now, the Miami Heat culture is cemented in hard work. So for Josh Richardson, there was really no offseason after his rookie season. As soon as the playoffs concluded, he was back in the gym, working on his game, preparing for his second edition of Summer League. This summer, you didn't mess around. You got right into the gym. Why was it so important for you to get right to it?
I wanted to get better. I thought I had a pretty good rookie year, but I wanted, you know, my second year to be even better.
How good was the second Summer League experience as you're back in a real different role? You had already admitted earlier in the year that was kind of you all's team, and you had to be leaders.
Kick it up top, baby, move it. Keep crashing them boys, huh?
That's probably my biggest thing, just trying to be more vocal. I knew our team would need a vocal leader coming in this year, so I wanted to kind of be one of those guys.
Just 3 weeks before the Heat arrived in Orlando for Summer League, a shooting at the Pulse nightclub downtown left 49 dead. In the wake of this tragedy, Josh and other members of the Miami Heat spent their 4th of July afternoon at Orlando Regional Medical Center.
Oh man, that was tough. In my head, I was just like, how could anybody how could anybody do something like that? Like, it was crazy, but I was glad we could just go give someone some company for a couple minutes. There was a floor of nurses that, you know, we walked in and they were really excited, like, hey, Miami. Just seeing people like that in a situation out there right now is just really encouraging.
Love, all about love.
You hear it?
I got it. You know, they were just on our minds the whole time. It was tough.
Right before the season started, the Heat held the Loud and Proud event for the LGBTQ community, and you and Justice were there. What was that night like?
It was cool just to be able to go out and meet some more fans. I mean, I don't treat that any different than any other event. We played Jenga and talked to some people about the season and how their lives were going. It was cool to be able to just go there and be able to meet some new fans.
Last year and a half, you've been a staple in a lot of community events for the Miami Heat. A favorite pop to mind right now? That was.
Ooh, the swimming event was fun. That one was fun. I do like to swim. I don't really like the ocean, but I like to swim.
Gotcha. Solid pool.
Yeah, like fresh water, swimming pool with no sharks.
There you go. You almost did it. Oh, she's doing it.
It kind of took me back to when I was trying to learn how to swim at the YMCA, when I would be like kicking my feet and like thinking I was drowning and all that stuff. So to be able to be there with them and help them out was fun.
While Josh has embraced his Miami community, so too have his parents. They've become a staple at Heat games. And for Josh's mom, Alice, a retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, one game Josh's rookie season was extra special.
She was in her uniform, and I was like, what are you doing?
Give a big Heat Nation salute to Lieutenant Colonel Alice Richardson.
It was really cool to just see her get recognized for something like that, because I've never really seen her get recognized for her service outside of on base or like at a Veterans Day event. So to be able to see her get something like physical and to have a whole crowd, you know, stand up cheering for her, it was cool. I was happy for her.
The Heat this season took home strong to a whole nother level by identifying these Gold Star families. You guys are wearing the names of fallen military service members, and you're meeting the families.
What's up, man? What's your name? Nate. Nate? Josh.
Hi, Nate.
No, give me a hug.
Oh.
How you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. Oh, look. Oh,
It's me and David out there.
Uncle David, when he walked up, first he has a beautiful smile, so the smile caught me. But then when I saw my son's name there, it was just overwhelming. It's a real honor to have you wear his name on your jersey.
Yes, ma'am. I'm honored to, I'm honored to wear it. We kind of stood there and talked for a little bit. Even after they turned the camera off, like I was sitting in the gym talking to them, I still keep in touch with Nate.
Keep in contact.
We will. We will definitely
A couple
will.
of games, all right, bro?
And tacos.
And tacos.
Okay.
I actually talked to Nate like 2 days ago, and they were like inviting me over to the house for nachos because I told them that was my favorite meal. So I'm gonna be taking advantage of that. But yeah, they're a great family, and I kind of told them that I kind of like do my best to keep in touch with you or help you through some of the things that maybe he would help you with that maybe I can step in and help him with. So just even beyond all the cameras, even beyond all like the whole fanfare of it, it's bigger than it. So, I know myself that I can have an impact on those kids' life.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Josh Richardson is a serious young player, really focused on his craft. However, he does enjoy his free time. That man loves his music, deep into fashion, and if you like social media, you're gonna love Josh Richardson. Oh, here come the goods now.
Oh, yes.
Bon appetit, sir. As Josh and I started on our delicious meal at STK, we discussed several things. Among them, his use of social media as a platform to connect with his fans. Why is it so important to you to have your social media be just that, social?
Yeah, it's good for them to be able to, feel like that I'm approachable, that I'm accessible, that they can talk to me. And it's another thing when people, feel like they're closer to you when they know things about you. Like, I'm like, ask me anything, I'll answer it. So when people know more facts about me, I feel like that kind of bridges the gap a little bit.
You do have a musical vibe in you, but I didn't realize that you were a music mogul, that you're discovering artists and then all of a sudden they're part of the entire Miami Heat intro foundation. How did that even roll out?
We gon' blow your mind.
I was at home playing FIFA one day with my boy, and I heard this. I started thinking, I was like, man, that song like a fire song for a highlight tape. And so I tweeted it. He tweeted me, so we got cool, so that's my man's now.
A week later, I got like a Facebook message from somebody from the Heat, and they was like, who do I email to use this song?
Cause we gon' blow your mind.
And I came in one day and they were like, yeah, we're having him come down for the intro video. And I was like, what? And so he came down and we met, it was all cool, and still my boy is there. We still talk. I say this Spanish dude. I'm not very good at being serious, as you can tell. But they're like, oh, put your game face on. I'm like.
We have learned over this near 2 seasons that you have a fantastic sense of humor. I'm thinking specifically of walking on someone's live television set while you're on the phone. Come on in. Come on in. No, you did it already. You did it. Come on. Yeah, the truck wants you now. We've seen you in a golf cart around the 100 level American Airlines Arena going after it.
Turned up.
Straight up hilarity. Have you enjoyed being able to share that side of yourself with us?
Yeah. I mean, I don't take myself too seriously. I'm pretty transparent. I'm an open book. I like to have fun. I like to joke around. But I do take basketball very seriously. But outside of that, well, it's all love. It's all jokes to me.
Michael Jordan.
Josh, let's talk about fashion. As an NBA player, you have almost a birthright to look fly. And this fall, your involvement with Ocean Drive magazine. How was that experience?
Me, I normally am weird about being in front of cameras and taking pictures. if I have to pose, I'm like,
That's your uncomfortable smile?
yeah. Like, but no, they're really cool about it with like, you know, giving me like just talking to me through the whole thing, keeping it comfortable. I mean, it was cool to be able to do some different like things where I didn't have to just stand there and maybe smile at the camera.
Are there any fashion icons or NBA fashion icons that you kind of go, okay, that's my look. I'm gonna start there, developing the Richardson flow?
Actually, the first person I started looking at was Luol Deng. I kind of liked how he dressed with the long shirts, like and like some necklaces on, and just his whole style was cool to me. Which he probably doesn't know that, but yeah, that was like my first inspiration.
He does now.
Yeah, he does.
And as Josh continues to discover his style, he told me about his latest fashion venture with teammate Justice Winslow, a hat club the two have formed.
He came in one day with a homemade hat, and I was like, dang, I gotta go make me one. And so I went and made one. He was like, oh, I gotta step my game up. And he made a couple, and then he came in with new one. I was like, oh, that's fresh. I got a couple ideas too. So we just kept going back and forth. And I don't know, it's just one of those things, like being young and trying out new stuff.
You two have a very special relationship. What's most important to you about the relationship that you've developed with Justice?
Just being able to have another guy to grow with, like, you know, UD and D-Wade had when they came in. Like, they came in together and they were here for 13 years. And so, you know, Lord willing, we might get to that point, and we're still, you know, we're still on that road, just pushing each other to be better every day.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Josh Richardson was not initially a part of Coach Spoelstra's rotation at the beginning of his rookie year. In fact, he spent some time with the eventual D-League champion Sioux Falls Skyforce that season. But when he returned, something happened, and it happened behind the three-point line. As last year evolved, I remember going through doing a little data mining, and this name popped up as the best three-point shooter in the second half of the season, and that name was yours.
The rookie looking for more, and he puts it in again!
What was it about that shot that was developing for you right in front of our eyes?
You know, I'm a guy that I like to put my head down and work, and I don't know, I just put a lot of time into it, and it paid off.
Richardson off the kick out. Kaboom!
As a rookie, you were able to experience the playoffs. It takes sometimes guys an entire career to experience the grandness of a Game 7. You got two of them. What did that provide you?
I think it just makes me that much more disciplined, you know, throughout the year to, you know, get ourselves ready to get to that point.
Come on, Black! Come on, Black!
In the playoffs, it goes to another intensity. It goes to another level of every aspect of the game.
Richardson for three. Kaboom! How about that? His first shot in the playoffs.
Being able to experience two series like we had this past year, it was just big for, you know, Justice and myself to be able to see that in the first year.
You were talking about work ethic earlier. You were in the gym one day, apparently, and you refused to leave until you hit 70 shots.
So I was in the gym with Chris Quinn. I made 64 out of 100, and I was about to leave. And Spo walked in and was like, how many did you make? And I was like, 64. He was like, no, shoot again, no. I was like, what? He was like, you have to make 70. So next time around, I make 65. And then I made 69 the next time. And I was like, freaking out. I was like, oh, I can't believe this. I took my shirt off and threw it. And then I shot again, and I made 70 on the dot. And he finally let me leave, and he was like, every time you shoot shots, you have to make 70. So that was where that came from.
He's your basketball sensei now, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Wax on, wax off. Oh,
Yeah.
I get it, Coach. I get it. This year you had to roll with some individual peril and deal with injury in ways that were compounding. We started just pile it up for you. What did you take away from that experience of not having basketball and trying to reclaim it at the same time?
When it came time to go to practice, or when it came time for the game, that's when I was like, I can't believe this. Like, I can't help the guys. Like, this is ridiculous.
Turned into a complete basketball brat, is that what you're saying? That's what happened.
Yeah, like, I kind of go into a different mode. Like, once I put the basketball shorts on and the jersey, I kind of, like, turn into a different person.
Richardson with a powerful right-handed flush.
Yeah, once I got in the gym and I couldn't put that on and I was putting a suit on or, like, pants, then, you know, I didn't really like it too much.
What's your expectation for this team this year?
Just to be as good as we can. I mean, I think we play incredibly hard, so you can't get mad at that. You can't get upset about anything like that because we all just lay it out there every night. So just want us to get better. You know, I think we have a lot of young guys. We're all in different roles than we've ever had been in the NBA. It's taking some adjustment. I mean, we haven't had our whole team back yet, so I'm not going to put a number of wins or playoffs or anything like that on it. But, I mean, if anything, you know, I just want everybody to get better and, you know, take it as a learning experience.
Richardson with a rebound. Underneath, he dunks it home.
Any personal goals that you can speak of?
I really just want to become a better leader.
He's going right. He's going right.
I think I've been working on that a lot, so that's probably my biggest thing because, you know, apart from points and everything like that, I think that's one thing that can carry over.
As each player eventually finds out, the second season is very different from the first, and the others that follow probably won't have a similar script. But Richardson has come to learn to appreciate his time, probably more so than ever, having to battle back from injury to make sure that he's a part of a promising run for the Miami Heat in his second season. Thank you so very much for watching this edition of Inside the Heat. I am Jason Jackson. All right, smile one more time right there. Hit him with it. Oh yeah, that's comfy. That's comfy.
Let's turn the camera off because it's about to break. You want some?
Nope. What?
Oh, jeez.
It might be galactical. Is that a word?
Galactical?
Even better. Welcome back to Inside the Heat.
Fast pass is the fastest of the passes.
Hammer time.